The jungle twice. Oh, the jungle twice. So, one of my unfavorite routes in Watopia is the jungle circuit. Love and hate relationship. I love it on the way down. I hate it on the way up. So, it is what it is. That's the last batch. We need to finish off Watopia. And then we out of here. No, not out of here, but you know what I mean. We just are done with batch hunting, which is great. Let's see if I have something. Where is it here? Let's see. Let's give us some music here. Yeah, why not? Why not? I think I had some sound issues, and I still probably have. I have to watch a video which is more tailored towards sound issues and filters and all that shebang, as I want to dial that in. But it takes always a little bit of time. So today we are back on the bike, and we are doing a big batch hunt. Actually, big batch hunt, just one batch. But this is kind of like our celebration round, because we are celebrating a win from yesterday's ZRL stage 2 points race. We got it. Mandira, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Yes, we are on the bike, just taking it easy today. An easy spin, just shaking out the legs from yesterday, as we won the race as a team. It's hard to do, I tell you that. It's very hard to do. Winning a points race, all the people in your team need to score good points and be primarily in the front group, or like with it. The team yesterday did phenomenal. Check it out. I streamed the race. It's all on YouTube and Twitch. That's how it's done. That's how it's done. And you know what? To my surprise, I actually was the best point rider in this race. Yeah, it's a blackout completely, for sure. Because I thought they're better guys. I didn't even won this race. I came 5th. I actually gave away another spot on the line because I, lazy burst that I am, didn't pull all the way through. Okay, all good. All good. All good. Yeah, 508 points I collected yesterday, which was, I don't know if it was the best thing I'd ever scored so far. So I was with the people, and it's the B cut, B2, okay? B2. Yeah, it's B2, yeah. Everybody can do it in B2. Come in B1. Challenge the big guys, and then go in A3, A2, A1. Yeah, there's always one up. You know what? I'm enjoying the moment, I'm enjoying the journey which I'm on, and I have been in other shoes where I was in the back of the field, not hanging on, not competing, but I'm able to compete now. So while it lasts, I will enjoy it, even though, guys, I'm not the strongest rider in this field. I feel like I'm not the strongest guy. There were other riders stronger, more powerful than I am. I think I just played it more in a smarter way. So I I gave myself the benefit of the doubt. Yes, this was not a race of pure power.
Now we'll look at the forecast for today's classroom conditions. We've got 30 students, but feels like 40. Complex needs covering every corner of the province. Staffing shortages creating high pressure in every school. And the risk of burnout,
Oh boy.
you're feeling it.
We can't change the weather conditions, but the basic could change classroom conditions for our kids. After
Burn my feather.
This government needs to deliver with more time, support, and resources for everyone.
Sometimes I just get confused with the things.
Spotify Premium is the best
Y and Z. Z is, I was trying to get it right on here.
In any order. Download them offline at higher quality and listen to them ad-free. It's what your ears deserve. Tap the banner to
Whatever. So, climb control is climbing. Damn it. Climbing jungle twice. I thought it's maybe just like one up to climb the jungle, but I mean it's not the end of it. Roman, how you doing, my friend? Thanks for coming to the chat, saying hi. Appreciate everybody coming on. And again, I'm just chilling today, checking off the Watopia world. I think it's in total 88 batches you can collect, and this one is the last I need to make it done and dusted. Watopia done and dusted. What do I have left? I think I have Scotland left with one. I feel I have France left with one. I think that's the longest one, 63k. France, Scotland, New York is done, Watopia is done, Macquarie is done, Richmond done, London done. Yeah, I think I have 2 or 3 left. Let's say 3 or 4. 3 or 4 left. So yeah, that's it. Watopia is gonna be done and dusted with this one. So, but yeah, what happened yesterday? Boy, what happened yesterday at ZRL? We went to Yorkshire, a world which I have not done. Exactly. This one is still open. One more lap on Yorkshire is still open. I think the double Yorkshire circuit or something. So, yes, yesterday was brutal. A and B went up the Yorkshire circuit 3 times. That was not easy. So you're coming out of the pens and you're going up that, I wouldn't say ramp, but it's a long stretchy road, very draftable actually. And you know what, this is what it's all about. Saving your matches where it counts. In lap 1 and 2, I actually saved my matches, and I said no, I'm only gonna draft up there. In lap 3 there wasn't a slight attack, and I followed that because I didn't want to miss it. And lap 1 and 2 was pretty, moderate. Let's say the tempo was moderate going up there. And I felt lap 3, people are gonna push it. And this is what it came down to. Yes, people did push it. And at one point I had like a 6-second gap up there, but it got shut down. It got shut down by people. So, and I quickly dialed back too, because I knew That's not the place. That's not the place where you need to burn the matches. Burn a match where it counts. And it counted at the calm. The Yorkshire calm. Which is now a minute and 31 seconds old for me to break that record. I think that's my personal record. So it's like 91 seconds going up there, which is it is quite a sprint up there, I tell you that. Going up the initial kicker, and I did it 3 times in a row. I don't know why other people didn't do it. I actually just slammed the pedals there and slingshot it through, and I just used the momentum going in there into that lower slingshot corner, and I just like nailed it the first 15 seconds, and I got a gap of, I would say, 20 meters, so no draft on me, and I was happy with that. So, and I tried to maintain that until I was going until the roundabout. It's not a real roundabout because you cannot turn there, but it's kind of like a plateau section. It plateaus a little. It turns from orange to yellow, I believe so. And I did that pretty much 3 times. But on the 3rd lap, and that's the secret to placing high, is you have to push through the banner and up and over into the descent. Then you really register the speed going down, because on lap 1 and 2, the front group, and I did it on purpose, the front group did shit all. We just went through the banner and then like lifted up the paddles and the feet until the chase group came up, and they were chasing, yeah. They were pushing downhill 4.0 just to get a break and get on there. There's a buddy of mine here, I think, just cycled by. And yeah, they came back on right before the sprint. So that gave obviously some riders the opportunity to blow themselves up at the sprint at lap 1 and 2. Point there, but on the other side there was an empty tank. So for us it was hammering the calm, relaxing downhill, and then we had still a little bit juice on for the sprint, as well as pushed further going again downhill. So that was essential. And 3rd lap was game on, like Donkey Kong. We just nailed it over the banner and kept the speed high. And there may or may not, some people made it back on because we weren't sprinting downhill. We were like paddling, but didn't push big watts. So I think a couple people made it back on there. The last sprint over there, I think I crossed 5th or something, maybe 5th. And there was a little bit of a gap. Oh. And I know the people I sprinted with, let's call them like 9th, 8th, 7th, 6th-ish, they were gassed out because the front sprinters were having a gap and nobody came from the back really stitching it. I think one guy came by and I missed that one to bridge with him, so I had to pace myself with the momentum. And I think that was a mistake in the race where I actually blew the matches I need for the sprint,
When your office runs
for the
on
top
paper,
end.
reliability matters.
But regardless, I made it back into the front group at the downhill,
keys to growing businesses.
And based on my effort, unfortunately, the guys behind me, who I thought would stitch it, used me as stitcher. So you're welcome.
What if I told you one shot will make you hot? From executive
So regardless, then
FX
we went into the
Plus is a visually
finish sprint,
series
I
full
think
of
with
characters.
10 people strong,
It's about a deadly STD.
and
Physical perfection.
I dropped back in, I think, in the last position in that front group,
Starring Evan Peters.
right before the blue flags start, which is 50 minutes before the ramp. There's a little like pitch up,
Sign up
and I just hammered it through the group. I hit the sweet spot there with the ramp, fired up the feather, all perfect. And I had some good momentum actually up that first ramp, that up pinch. But I felt with the effort where I needed to stitch it just a minute before, I lost that top end oomph, which if I would have carried that momentum in my initial finish sprint, maybe like 3 seconds more, I would have been too far away from other people and they would have had trouble catching my draft. But they did, no doubt about that. And as they were coming by, they were tired too, for sure. I could tell. But when they came by, I had nothing. I thought I gonna like ride it out there, just stay in the draft, but I know there was pressure from behind. And the next group was coming, I think 3 seconds back, and I thought, you know what, here goes the podium. I'll let them by. I was fourth at this point then, and thought, you know what, just pedal easy to the finish. See, that's the moment exactly where you like F up, you know. And there you go. Thing was a German fella came by. He just snapped up fourth place and pushed me to fifth. And I mean, like, yeah, if you think you're safe at Zwift, that's exactly the moment where you get humbled. Boom, there it was. Thank you. Yeah, so I effed up on this one. But regardless, based on my efforts, because I said the first long road going uphill, stay in a draft, stay patient, don't get caught on the wrong side. I did that. I maintained my patience. Now, I mean, it was hard, no doubt about that. People made it hard, but I felt the pace could be higher. The pace could have been higher. Because the field was not stretched. It was all mainly like a bunch together, very wide on the road. So there were some smart racers there for sure. Tried to stretch it, but they played it easy too. And they knew we would hammer it on the calm, and the calm it was. Then I hammered it 3 times, and I hammered it good, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. You do not have to be first there, tell you that, and you don't want to be first. Because if you cross the banner first, yeah, it gets multiple points, but people will come from the back and just like slingshot through, and you become a draftable object, and you might get spun out the back, worst case. But I try to be as close as possible to the front, and it seemed to be that every time, every lap, another guy won it, which was good. But if you are consistent in point races, you do not have to win everything, but you just have to be up there all the time. Meaning third, let's say top 5. Top 5 and you are in good shape. And my team, the boys, they were up there too. We were always constantly in the top, I say top 20, I would say. and that saved and made a lot of points and cents at the end, because we had, I think, 82 riders in the pens. That was pretty brutal, actually. So yeah, that was that. I think yes, I was the point guard on this race. Actually, I was the king in points in the entire race, which makes me very, very proud. I know, I just feel like I'm on the right track here. It was an okay rest, even though I raced the day before with my teammate Matteo to the Swift, and that was a reasonable race. It was like a shorter one, but it at the end had that was it France KOM, like that zigzag. I would say 5 to 7 minute good push, and I did that at the end in a reasonable time. I finished 9th. Yeah, I finished 9th, and it was a strong field. There was 45 people there. Feel like it, something like that, yeah. So that was a good result. I think I did some easy like rollout later down the road after that race, but I got primed for what was coming, and I knew that Yorkshire course would come down to the calm. If you're a smart racer, you just watch other races in advance, see the dynamics. People smashing over the calm, this is where the gaps are made, and then because there's a sprint coming right after, people may or may not stay on the gas, but keep the pace high, and they solidify these gaps and make that position stick. And every lap, that calm spread the gaps wider and wider. I was questioning last year and the years before, because that route is not new, so it has been around for a while. But how can people be 5 to 8 minutes ahead of me?
Now we'll look at the forecast for today's
80 people entering the pen. Yeah, I'm finishing 60 or 50. But the first guys finishing 8 minutes ahead of me, that's a lot. But it comes from going downhill in a group, never really being out of the draft, and rotating at the front, because there's always like points for grabs or jockeying for positioning. So yeah, boy, that is the reason why there's always something going on. And like the sprints and the comps are obviously intense. Like the comps are 1:30-ish, and maybe the back will lose a minute there. That's just alone there 3 minutes over the course. Not being able to draft in a group, probably 2 minutes per lap as well. So 3, 5, 7, 9. Yeah, okay. That's about all right. Oh, here we go. Thank you so much, guys, for coming along. Come on, you guys, stick with me. Okay. Orange people. People with an orange jersey in Swift are new to Swift mainly. That's not that a team jersey, but these guys are just getting started they deserve to have ride-ons from people who are at high levels. I always was astounded when a guy came by and he's like, okay, it's level 40. And I was at level 10 or something. Back in the day, there was not really that many levels. What was it, 25, 50, and 100? Let's see. You know what? That would be a good idea actually. To get rid of all these like drops you accumulate. I know we're all talking about getting more levels to make that happen, but you know what? Let's all spend it. And don't spend it on all the bikes. Let's change the pens, okay? Change the pens and have some fun with it. Have people customize their like pen setups where they have people or an umbrella over them or a bench next to them with drinks, kind of like a Formula 1 kind of like setup, you know, people who are fans, people who hold the umbrella like volunteers or something like that, you know. I'm gonna go with Goom. You're gonna drag me down the mountain, buddy. Are you in Canada? Yes, I am. Tespela Mino. I am West Coast, Vancouver. Where are you tuning in? You are in this beautiful country too? Or are you somewhere located where there might be some political tension right now? Coming mainly from the US. They're making everything pressurized. Yeah, I know political topics are hot here, so I will stay away from it, so don't worry about it. So yeah, this is today an easy ride, easy peasy. We are not pushing any envelope today. What we are pushing is actually, we are pushing the envelope of finishing that frame, bringing it up to level 5 and unlocking the Tron that's gonna be destroyed tomorrow. That's gonna be destroyed tomorrow. Where are we gonna do this is the question. I think tomorrow is again Richmond and London. So yeah, let's see. So one more climb, going up over the suspension bridge, and that's it. The rest is all this one here. Surfing downhill. Okay. Goom, thank you so much for the tow. You move on. Say hi to the Bigfoot, or West Coast area as they call it. Have fun. See you. Whew. 12:55. She expected to be a little bit quicker here. Okay. Jungle loop, 17 minutes, okay. We're gonna be just fine. Ugh. Eintracht. Boys going. Orange just okay, let's go to the Alp today. Well done guys, good luck with that. So the day after ZRL. Still pretty much pumped about it. I know it's not often. It's not often that I'm in this position, tell you that. So I enjoyed it. And you know what? There might be races which are better than me for sure, no doubt about that. And they might have not raced yesterday. So, but what was good? Coalition went from I think 7th place to 4th, and we are 4 points behind the leaders, which are tight. 24-24 with spot 1 and 2. and then there's another spot in between. So this is going to be pretty epic. I said in the race actually, maybe in the pens actually, to some of the other boys who I racing against with, because I knew some from like years back when I was racing against them. Same category, same game. They're racing out of Europe, and their team got mixed into my division, which is great. And then they ended up being in the same B cut, as I feel B1, B2, B3 is very much competitive
Now we'll look at the forecast
across
for
the
today's
board.
classroom conditions. We've got 30 students, but feels like 40. Complex needs covering every corner of the province. Staffing shortages creating high pressure in every school.
But
Risk of burnout.
WRTL had I think an issue
The BC government could change.
that there are a lot of people who did not
After 8
do the
years of
TTT,
promises, this government needs
dropped out, and then some divisions
support
were so
for everyone.
bare boned that they had to
A message from
slash them together. So that's probably why we're seeing bigger divisions now, less but bigger ones. And you know what, I kind of like it. A field of 80 riders, yeah, it's a big pack, I tell you that. Getting away on a flattish course is no small task. So yeah, I haven't checked out any other routes on ZL, what's coming my direction. And sometimes just like the matter of fact, the surprise moment of like the day before, like, okay, what's up? What's the track like? If it's not up to S, I'm okay. Up to Swift. And Bentop. Hate long climbing. It just sucks. I mean, I'm not the lightest. I'm close to 80 kilograms. And I think the riders from yesterday were lighter than me, who I competed around with. So that plays into my cards actually, into my strength, that things went well. Do some housekeeping here. And ride-ons. Why not? Thank you for your service. I know you're serving the wrong country, but you're serving someone. So yeah, I hope you're doing the right thing. There's people serving right now to a guy up there, which is a little bit, I know, lost his cool. I don't know. Let's go, maybe we can get my shadow, my halo. It's actually PR jungle, okay. Oh, the bar is low in the jungle. for me. Howdy. And we're coming from there. With oops. That's the quality section right now here for me. So everything what comes after is garbage. Roll down, cool down. Let's keep it high. Over the bridge. Up and over. And that's it.
Now we'll look at the forecast for today's conditions. We've got 30 students, but feels
The rest
like
is all gravy.
complex needs covering every corner of the
Thank you very much.
Shortages creating high pressure in every school, and the risk of burnout, you're feeling it.
We can't change the weather conditions, but the BC government could change classroom conditions for our kids. After 8 years of promises, this government needs to deliver, with more time, support, and resources for everyone in our schools. A message from BC teachers.
Oh, you know, there's nothing better than good burning your squats and legs. A burn you control, not because you have to chase somebody or you have to attack. It just feels so good, controlling your own suffer, and you can let go of it as soon as you don't like it anymore, or you're reaching your goal, which was for me over the bridge. So now everything else is just rolling down. Yeah, you know what? There need to be some easy days too in your training. And for me, this is one. This is one, like a fun one. I know, I'm not a big fan of the course, but the good thing is I don't have to race it. I'm just getting it done and dusted. Good company, good music, no pressure. It's a rest day, an active rest day, just like, you know, pushing the legs just a little bit and then dialing it right back. I think this is something you should consider as well after like hard races, so you know what's up. I might should angle this camera a little bit higher, huh? How do you feel about that? Only 760 meters left. Yeah, okay, that's good. I don't know if it's better or not, but it puts me in the frame here. Let's see how we are. Are we in the frame right? I think that will give me another 2000 XP points. I can buy myself a hat with it. Or something fun. I don't know. I haven't shopped around in the store for a long time. I think the last one I actually purchased were the Envies 4.5 or something like that. That was it. Yeah, we good now. I think we're good now. Maybe just a tiny little bit. And now I'm perfectionist when it comes to that. Apologize. Oh, darn. Here comes you're missing the PR. I think we're getting it still done. Here we go. Just barely made it. That's it. All right. Boom. Okay. Yeah, I see it. I'll see you guys next time.
Let your music taste shine with Premium. Host a jam with your friends and share your favorite songs with the entire squad without ad breaks. You can also play your favorite albums in any order with unlimited skips and repeats. Tap the banner to learn more.
All right. I see you guys in the next one.